Assalamualaikum dear students, how are you? Today we will begin the next reading selection, that is reading selection 1.2, first year at Harrow. This is an essay written by Sir Winston S. Churchill, who explains his experiences as a first year student when he was studying at Harrow, his college name Harrow, and that was a bumpy ride for the writer because he had to pass through with severe inhospitable circumstances. Right? First of all, I would say that the other day I had told you to start with the grammar part, in this lecture, but I have changed my decision to finish with the reading for comprehension till third unit, and after getting done with these 3 units we will back to the grammar part and will try to keep ourselves in a loop. Right? Today we will start with this essay, first year at Harrow. First of all, I will explain you the summary to this essay. So, dear students, let's listen to it. In this essay, the writer has explained the place of examinations in the life of a student and the choice of the right subjects. How much important is to choose the right subjects, timely. He tells that he never liked examinations because he could not perform well in the examinations. He tells that examiners asked the questions he could not produce a satisfactory answer for. In the entrance examination at Harrow, the author got 0 marks in Latin paper. He just wrote his name and returned the empty answer sheet back. The headmaster, Mr. Weldon, however, let him be admitted at Harrow. And it was both surprising and pleasant for the writer. Both are the same. The writer narrates that he was only 2 from the bottom of the merit list of admissions, while clever boys went for Latin and Greek. Why? Because in that time these subjects were most important. They were in fashion, they were in need. Right? He was taught English because of his apparent inability to study Latin and Greek. He was supposed unable to study, to go in for Latin and Greek. The author worked hard and got good grades in English. He kept on working hard and got good grades in English. His English teacher, Mr. Somerville, taught him English thoroughly in an effective way. He surpassed all grammar rules and English prose. He had a long-term advantage over the clever boy. They had to improve their English later on when they were in their jobs, okay, because the trend had been changed, okay. Actually, English took over those two subjects. English surpassed, okay, got excel over those two subjects, okay, and later on English was in demand, right? That is why he got advantage over those, okay, clever boys. Why? Because they had to improve their English when English came in need. The author is not sad for having not learned Latin and Greek. He says that he would whip those boys. He says that he would, okay, beat or surpass or excel those boys for not knowing English, right? So dear students, this was the summary to the essay. Now we will begin reading this essay, okay? So let's listen to it. I had scarcely passed my 12th birthday when I entered the inhospitable regions of examinations, through which for the next 7 years I was destined to journey. Okay? I had scarcely means hardly, right? It was my 12th birthday. It was hardly my 12th birthday when he entered the unfriendly, inhospitable means unwelcoming or hostile regions of examination. He had to enter into that unfriendly, unkind, hostile, okay, region, belt of examinations at the age of 12, okay, when he was to celebrate his 12th birthday, okay, through which for the next 7 years I was destined to journey, and he was to okay, remain in that unkind region for the next 7 years, okay, because it was fated to traverse, to travel, to go with. It was written. Destined means it was doomed, it was fated, okay, right? It was, it became his destiny, okay, to go with for the next 7 years. These examinations were a great trial to me, and it was really, okay, those examinations were really a big, right, trouble or burden to him. Trial means burden, load, okay, adversity. The subjects that were dearest to the examiners were almost invariably those I fancied least. Okay? So to add fuel to burning, okay, the subjects that were dearest to the examiners were almost most invariably means constantly, unalterably, unchangingly, fixedly, those I fancied least, he liked least, okay, Actually, he wants to say that he did not like those subjects, okay, that were dearest to the examiners. Okay, fancied means want for or wish for, long for, desirous. He was not desirous to go for those subjects. Okay, whereas his examiners, okay, liked those subjects. I would have liked to have been examined in history, poetry, and writing essays. These were the areas he liked, okay, to be examined in, to be tested in, right? He liked history, he liked poetry, he liked writing essays, okay? And if he would have been given the choice to be examined with, he would definitely, okay, what should I say? He would definitely go to examine himself in these subjects. The examiners, on the other hand, were partial to Latin and mathematics. Okay, on the contrary, on the other hand, the examiners were, okay, supportive. Partial means incline, right? Incline towards Latin and mathematics, right? And their will prevailed. And their will, okay, prevail means conquered. And their will conquered. And their will and their desire, okay, became triumph or won. Okay. Moreover, the questions which they asked on both these subjects were almost invariably those to which I was unable to suggest a satisfactory answer. Okay. Have you got the idea about this subject? And their will prevailed because they were in possession, they were in power. Okay. So their will took over his desire. Okay, he could not do what he wanted to do, right? Because he was being examined, he was being tested, right? He was being taken examination. Okay, and the teacher's desires and will prevailed or sustained. In addition to it, the question, okay, which they ask on both these subjects about mathematics and Latin were unfortunately almost or constantly those to which he was unable to answer, to which he was unable to give satisfactory answer. Okay. I should have liked to be asked to say what I knew. Okay, this type of question or these type of questions he would like to answer. Okay, I should have liked to be asked to say what I knew. They always tried to ask what I did not know. When I would have willingly displayed my knowledge, they sought to expose my ignorance. Okay, he would like to be asked to say what he knows, but unfortunately, but unluckily, he was always asked what he did not know about. Okay, and when he talks about the entrance examination, when in the entrance examination, okay, when he gladly, willingly means gladly or readily, happily, eagerly, okay, showed his knowledge, they sought to expose, they, okay, tried to expose means uncover, okay, disclose my ignorance, okay, his inadequacy. When he displayed his knowledge, okay, about whatever. But what his teachers did, they just tried to uncover, to expose, okay, to disclose, to show, to reveal his ignorance, his inadequacy, his deficiency. This sort of treatment had only one result: I did not do well in examination. And subsequently, okay, this kind of behavior, okay, had led him, okay, not to do well in the examination. Okay, subsequently, in a nutshell, you can say that subsequently, resultantly, he could not perform well in the examination. Okay, the overall gist of this paragraph is that he was sent to be taken, okay, examinations in those subjects he did not like, right? Whereas he was asked questions about Latin and mathematics. Moreover, the questions he was asked about were, okay, tough, in a sense that he could not give satisfactory answers to those, right? And there the writer showed his desire. If he would have asked, okay, to say what he knew, he would definitely give, okay, satisfactory answer to questions like that. Okay, but whatever he willingly or eagerly showed in the examination or written in the examination, the teachers tried to disclose his inadequacy or his deficiency, his ignorance about in those subjects. And he was, okay, and resultantly he could not perform well in the examination. All right. Second paragraph. This was especially true for my entrance examination to Harrow. Okay. The headmaster, Mr. Weldon, however, took a broad-minded view of my Latin prose. And what was done, okay, according to writer, was particularly true, okay, of my entrance, his entrance or entry test examination or entry test, okay, to Harrow. But the headmaster, Mr. Weldon, however, took a broad-minded view. Okay, broad-minded view means he saw his Latin prose open-mindedly. Okay, he put an open-mindedly view, okay, of his Latin prose. He showed discernment in judging my general ability. Okay, he showed his judgment. Discernment means his sharpness, his wisdom, his sense, his prudence. Okay, he showed his sharpness or wisdom in judging my general ability. Okay, somehow using his mental ability or his intelligence, okay, the headmaster, Mr. Weldon, okay, showed wisdom in judging his general ability. Okay, just putting apart or putting aside what he had done in the entrance examination. Okay, he took this other way around. This was the more remarkable because I was found unable to answer a single question in the Latin paper. Okay? This was also important, remarkable, significant in a sense that, okay, he remained unable to answer a single question in the Latin paper. Okay, but somehow the headmaster, Mr. Weldon, okay, judged his general abilities. I wrote my name at the top of the page. What all he did was, he had written his name at the top of the page. I wrote down the number of the questions. Okay, like this. After much reflection, I put a bracket around it like this. Okay, what all he had done in the paper was that, okay, he wrote this, then he put a bracket around this. But thereafter, I could not think of anything connected with it that was either relevant or true. Incidentally, there arrived from no here, in particular, a blot and several smudges. Okay, having found, okay, afterwards, having found nothing relevant, connected means relevant, okay, with the questions given in the paper, okay, incidentally, unknowingly, by chance, by the way, coincidentally, okay, not knowingly, there came, okay, from nowhere. He even did not know about the place where had those particular blot and several smudges came. Smudges means dots, marks, okay. Blot means dot. Again, smudges means mark, dirty spot, smear, okay, blot, dots, okay, what should I say more about that? Mark speck, okay. It means he couldn't do well in the paper. He could not answer to any question. So what all he did was, he wrote this one, okay, then he put a bracket around this like this, and having found nothing related to the questions, he put dots, spots or marks on the paper, and he did not know from where those dots and, okay, marks arrived or came, as it happens in the examination when students, okay, could not answer to the questions. Okay, there comes, okay, there come dots and marks on the paper, and students do not know from where and how those, okay, dots or marks came. Dear students, I think it's enough for today. Just go and listen to the lecture at least 2 times. If you have any questions related to this lecture, okay, I'll welcome those. Thank you.